Hey everybody, it's Anna. Time for the Wednesday card in this week's tarot story. Our Wednesday card is the Ten of Swords reversed. So we had the Ten of Cups reversed yesterday. So we have a lot of tens happening here. They're all reversed. So as I said yesterday, the 10 is the mark of completion. It's a 10-card trajectory. That's how the tarot set up. So at the end of the trajectory, you've accomplished your goal. Swords are connected to the mind. They're about ideas, mindsets, beliefs, paradigms. So the 10 of Swords is about the death of an old paradigm. That's why it's almost literally depicted here, right? This guy's laying face down. He's got the 10 swords in his back. So while it looks a little bit gruesome, it's actually a really positive card. All the 10 cards are positive because it's about accomplishing what you've been working on, right? So at this point, the mind has been working on releasing an old strategy, an old paradigm, an old mindset, and finally it has accomplished it. It's finally released that old mindset and now it's dead. The mindset is dead. In this card, we see he is lying next to an ocean. The water always represents intuition or the soul power, soul wisdom in the tarot. So next to this deathbed is this new possibility. New intuition is coming in. And also you have a sunrise in the background. So the new day is dawning. So this card is very happy. It's the mind worked so hard. It made through all of its challenges, and it kind of got through all its anxiety attacks. And it finally got to the point that it actually released this old thing. But it came to us reversed. So what this suggests to me is that there is a moment after the mindset is released where the mind goes, well, now what, right? And I think that actually, I can see that playing out in this tarot story. We started with the Queen of Swords, who's about cutting out old mindsets, getting us free from old stuff. And I even mentioned on Monday that when that happens, it's a good thing because we're being cut away from old weighty things that aren't serving us. But weighty things also anchor us and make us feel stable. And when you cut those away, you're kind of floating now, like you've lost something that was anchoring you. And although you don't really want to be anchored, you are familiar with it, right? So the mind at this point might have released an old mindset, but now it's like, well, what do we do next? This is where the mind can get stuck in this reverse position of I did the work, and now what do I do? And the truth is, at this point, the mind doesn't really need to do anything. That's what the ocean is for. At this point, you have let go of an old structure. The new structure is not visible yet. We haven't found the new way of doing things. So for a little while, the mind has to just let itself be cast adrift on the ocean. Let the soul lead the way. Let things sort of work themselves out. And the mind has to sort of stay patient until the new thing emerges. So what's important here is to recognize that this feeling of being dislocated or disoriented is normal. It's part of the transition. And the mind particularly struggles with transition. It needs to kind of be encouraged and talk through transition because it can get very nervous and very, very edgy. So recognize that if you've done the work, like yesterday was the 10 of Cups reverse, which is about releasing a mindset about sacrificing ourselves for others' well-being. So if you've been doing that, if you've been kind of dedicating yourself to service to others, and you've released that, or you've begun to release that, that means that's a pretty heavy burden you have released. You are likely right now to feel a little bit disconcerted. Like, what do I do with my time if I'm not serving? What do I do with my energy if I'm not serving other people? Let yourself feel the discomfort. Let yourself relax into discomfort and let your mind, encourage your mind to relax. The mind does like to be on solid ground, and now it's going to have to move on the water. So there is going to be some seasickness the mind might have, but just be very gentle and loving to your mind, reminding it that it has done good work, it came to a good place, it accomplished its goal, and now for a little while it's going to have a little bit of a vacation, a little bit of a rest, while the soul takes over for a while. And there'll become a time where the mind comes back is called back into service. But right now, it can pat itself on the back and just try to relax. See you tomorrow for our next card. Bye.